Hello, I'm Pamela Beckett, the founder of the Starbuck Country Community Foundation located in Ottawa, Illinois. Welcome back to those of you that have been following our series about our types of funds we have, and today we're going to talk a little bit about starting a new fund. I'm really happy to have with me again today Erin Stuedemann. Erin and her family have two funds with the Starbuck Country Community Foundation. Welcome, Erin, and how can I help you today?
Thank you. A couple questions about the funds. We've been talking about the different types of funds that you offer, but what should we do if we want to start our own fund? Where do we begin?
Well, we're going to begin at the beginning, which is really a conversation about what the potential donor, say for example your family when you first started talking to us, what do you care about? What flips your trigger in the community? Who have you donated to in the past and why? And is that where you want to keep your efforts, or do you want to start to give to a broader base of organizations in your own community or abroad? You know, one thing we don't mention often enough is that when you have a donor advice fund with us, which I'll go into that a little bit more in a minute, as the advisor, you tell us where you would recommend making grants. And even though we want you to support our community, because we're a community foundation, if you're in the habit of giving to an organization located in another state, or maybe a very large organization everyone recognizes as doing great work for the United States or for the entire world, you do have the freedom to make those gifts. Wow. So that's why we ask first up front, what do you care about most? And where do you want to see your dollars go now while you're still alive and after you pass away? Because these are permanent funds that you create with the Community Foundation. Wow. So the first thing we do, of course, is ask someone what they're interested in, what brought them here to talk to us. Secondly, we say, well, if you and your family want to be in this together, the type of funds are a donor advised fund. Or perhaps if you want to narrow it down to a different type of giving where you only want to support a certain cause or a certain organization, then those are two other types of funds. So we explain those three basic individual types of funds. And then we really kind of sit down and say, how much money were you thinking about starting with? When you envision yourself giving money back to the community, do you see that going out in chunks of $5,000 or $6,000 or $10,000, or you see that going out for $500 a year to these two or three places? And so that gives us an idea of how your giving is going to get shaped and how we're going to be able to help you direct your philanthropic and meet your philanthropic goals, I guess I should say.
So you would help us establish the type of fund that would be best for us.
Yes, the type of fund. We talk about, again, how much money you are going to be putting in that fund, how often you want to make those gifts, and how much you think that you want to distribute each year. So once we bring that together, we have a contract that you sign. It basically says these are the parameters we're going to honor, why you came to us, how we're going to do that for you. We have some forms you fill out, and then when you want to make a grant, you fill out a form to us as well, and you say, I want to take $500 out of my fund. I want to give it to the food pantry in my community, and I want to do this every year at Thanksgiving because that sounds like a good time to make a gift of food. And so you're really telling us how you want this money spent, where you want it spent. And then the nice thing is we will make sure it gets there, but we will also follow up if need be to make sure that that money did exactly what you intended it to do. Because for some donations that you may mail someplace, or even ones that you take into some places in your own community, do you ever know for sure if it got to where you wanted it to go unless you follow up? And some people are not comfortable doing that. They don't want to call and say, how'd you spend my money? But we will if we need to. So we'll make sure that everything you wanted to accomplish is being accomplished.
Wonderful. And how do we learn more about all the different funds that you offer?
Well, a couple of ways. Number one, you can pick up the phone and call us, and we'll kind of guide you through that conversation by asking you kind of the same questions I was just talking about. Or we have a lot of material available. We have a couple of marketing brochures that we can send to you, but you can also access those online. So if you visit our website at srccf.org, we have a Facebook page as well, and now we have this YouTube channel. And so we're hoping we're giving our listeners a good education on how we do things. So that's another way that you can find out. Sometimes just picking up and talking to us. We're nice people. We love what we do. We never have a bad day because what we're doing mostly is changing the world on behalf of our donors.
So the foundation does so much for others. What can we do for the foundation?
Well, I'm so glad you asked that question because the Community Foundation basically thrives on donations ourselves. I mean, we are a charitable organization. We want people to support us financially. We do charge a fee, a very small fee. Right now it's 2 cents on the dollar. If you can imagine, that's how we live, 2 cents on the dollar. That pays all of our overhead. I mean, you're looking at overhead.
Wow.
Anybody that, uses our facilities, anybody that draws a salary or we have to pay the light bill, we have to pay for paper and stamps and everything. So all of those overhead expenses have to come out of the Community Foundation. So it's really important to support what we call our Leadership Fund for Now, because it is for now. We have bills to pay now.
Right.
And we encourage people to, if they have a donor advice fund with us, for example, and they're making grants, they can make a grant to us from their fund. We also have a few fundraisers a year. We have an annual appeal, which is really important for year end. We do have a fundraiser. It's always a fun event that people can learn about and come and support us through live auctions and raffles and things. But those all take time and effort and talent to put together.
Right.
So the easiest thing is for someone to say, I love what you're doing. I'm so glad you're in our community now. It sounds like you're doing exactly what a community foundation is supposed to do, and we appreciate you.
Right.
So if that's the case, we would love to have you send us a check.
So the operational fund is what keeps the foundation alive.
Exactly. So we are the same as any business. A lot of people talk about, they're a nonprofit. Well, they forgot the last word on the end is business.
Yeah.
We are a nonprofit business like any other business. So we have bills to pay and employees that we need to hire, rent, everything for overhead. So I'm glad you asked that question because we would appreciate everyone's help with what we're doing with the Star of Our Country.
Every gift counts.
Every gift counts. Every donor is important. And the amount of the gift, all creatures great and small, I say, the smallest of gifts is as important to us and as meaningful to us as the most significant gift, because everybody is indicating the amount of care and concern they have for their community, and we're here to help people execute that.
Wonderful.
So,
awesome.
Anything else?
Oh gosh, we've covered so much today.
Okay.
I've learned a lot. Thank you so much.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
And I just want to thank everyone else who's following our YouTube channel. We're really glad to be here. I'm glad Erin could join us. Please continue to listen to our YouTube channel, check out our website, go to our Facebook page, or pick up the phone and call us. It's happy to be with you again today.